Video. Um, hey man, we have to do everything we can to defend our country, especially against invaders. All South Africa, as known as people coming into our country trying to get a piece of our country, our land, minerals, everything. People just trying to leech off of us instead of building their own. First, we had Europeans ran away from their country, came to South Africa to leech. The entire first world of America and Britain was built off of the gold that they stole from South Africa. Now we have foreigners from Africa coming into our country trying to leech. And we're saying, no, enough is enough. We don't want you in our country. Whether you're white or whether you're African, it doesn't matter. We need some time to build our country in isolation and develop our country, develop our cultures. All we have known is conflict and colonization. We've been colonized by whites. Now we're being colonized by blacks. Enough is enough. Everybody must go home. Go sort your own problems out at home. Create the utopia you want at home. Leave us alone. As South Africans, we are building our nation for ourselves and for our kids. If you don't want to build for your future, for your children, that's on you. Don't make that our problem. We're building for future generations of South Africans. We're not building for future generations of Zimbabweans and Nigerians. Zimbabweans and Nigerians, go home. We do not want you in our country. Go and build the country you want and stop leeching off of South Africa. Same goes for Europeans. European settlers, go home. Stop leeching off of this country. Enough is enough. We don't want to unite with you guys. We don't want to come together. You guys must come together with your own countrymen and build your nation. Stop exploiting South Africa. It's as simple as that. So today we're going to be recording, responding to our favorite TikToker. I know this guy, Abahemi Isi, guys. He's always talking about, as a Nigerian, he talks about Nigerians, which for me is beautiful because nobody can accuse us of being xenophobic. Because when the criticism comes from your own people, what are you gonna say? When Nigerians are critical of other Nigerians, you know that we're moving forward as a continent. When fellow countrymen are critical of their own countrymen, that's when we start to move forward as a nation. Because now you can't play the xenophobia card. You can't criticize South Africans and say, South Africans hate other Africans, they're Afrophobic. I mean, this narrative is so stupid. It just shows the IQ of the people that peddle this nonsense of saying that South Africans are xenophobic. Because the things that foreigners are doing in our country, these same people calling us xenophobic would not be happy if foreigners were doing, even if they're African. If Africans were doing those types of things in their countries. But the problem with a lot of these Africans, their countries are such S-holes that there's nothing good about their nations that's worth protecting. Whereas with us as South Africans, we have so much to protect, so much to live for. So we have a great future for our kids to leave behind. So that's what we're fighting for. These other African nations, they don't care because they don't want to leave anything behind for their kids. They're living for themselves right now in this lifetime, in this generation. They don't care about future generations. They're selfish. That's why they chapa. That's why they run away to other countries, because they don't want to invest for the future generations of their countrymen. They're selfish. They're capitalists. They're mercenaries. They're economic capitalists that don't care about culture, that don't care about their nation. We as South Africans, we do care. We care about our nations. We care about our people. We care about what we're leaving behind for our children, and we cannot let it be stolen by Nigerians and Zimbabweans who don't come here to help us in our fight to obtain our land and freedom. They come here to take. So don't come and preach to me about Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is you loving your own brother in your own home country, but you guys are too tribalistic in your home countries. You're killing each other in your home countries. In Nigeria, they're blowing each other's heads off in their own countries, their own countrymen. So how can you preach about xenophobia when you are tribalist and you're killing your own people in your own country? You see, Nigerians and the Zimbabweans, you guys have been exposed. Thanks to social media, we are able to report on things that the media refuses to report on. You're very quick, your media is very quick to put an agenda against South Africans and call us xenophobic, but they don't report on the tribalism in Nigeria and the tribalism in Zimbabwe. You guys hate your own countrymen, but you want to come into South Africa and tell us that we must learn to love. No, go learn to love your own brothers and sisters. Why did you run away from your own brothers and sisters? Go back and learn to love them. Love them as they are, as corrupt as they are. Go and love them first before you expect us to love you. We will not love you. And you can cry and call it xenophobia as much as you want. It will not change us. So let's watch this video by our favorite TikToker talking about How Nigerians like to reap where they did not sow. It's a culture, japa. They love to run away. They don't want to do the groundwork, the dirty work, getting their hands dirty to help build their nation so that the future generations of Nigerians don't have to resort to running away from Nigeria. You see what I'm saying? You must build in your home country. Nig- Nigeria is an unlivable country. You cannot live there. Why? Because Nigerians refuse to fix their own problems. They are too selfish. And now they're spreading this type of mentality and this type of selfishness all over Africa. They're everywhere. These people are everywhere, running. Instead of building, they're running. So, what type of culture is spreading all around Africa? It's a bad culture where Africans don't want to take accountability. They don't want to hold their governments accountable. They would rather just run away to go live a better and easier life. It's cowardly, man. It's cowardice. It's a shame that Nigeria has such a big population because that population, they're trying to spread it all over Africa, which is a shame because we're going to have a continent of cowards that want to run away to become slave labor in white countries. They want proximity to anything that's good, that's already been built, so that they don't have to do any groundwork. It's selfish. It's cowardly. There's nothing noble or virtuous about it. It's a shame. It's a culture we have to stop. We cannot have that in Africa. Africans must be proud of where they're from, the actual countries that they're from, that their ancestors are from. Not this, oh, my nationality now is South African because I've been here 25 years. No, you're a coward. Go back home. We don't care how long you've been living in South Africa. The fact that you ran away makes you a coward. Go back home. Go and build your own South Africa in Nigeria. Go build your utopia in Nigeria. Stop running and then stop telling us you're the giants of Africa. How can you be the giants of Africa but you can't live in your own country? How can you be giants if you can't live in your home country? It's not livable. Nigeria is not a livable habitat, guys. So we cannot allow this culture to spread around Africa where you're constantly seeking greener pastures. South Africans are actually trying to build their nation. They're fighting to protect and build their countries. They don't want to jump out. They don't want to run away. They love their country. We love our culture. We love our country. We love everything about where we're from. We're not ashamed like you guys are ashamed. You guys want to run away because you are ashamed of your countries. So you're telling me you want the next generation of Nigerians and Zimbabweans to inherit the same thing that you ran away from? Stop being cowards and stop accusing us of xenophobia. You guys are cowards. There's nothing xenophobia about what we're doing. Xenophobic about what we're doing. So let's react to our favorite TikToker because he will tell you the truth. You Nigerians that want to call everything xenophobic just because you guys have an agenda to not build your own country, to run away and destroy other people's countries and other people's nations that they've worked hard to build because you guys are cowards.
The video you're seeing now is the South African Parliament holding their football president to account, calling him to order and holding him accountable for his actions. That is the video you're seeing here. I'm telling you the truth. The way, oh my goodness, the way South Africans actually call them high and mighty to order will teach you one or two things about them. In understanding that these people don't give a damn. It doesn't matter how high and mighty you are. You must give account of your actions and deeds. That is how a people certify themselves to be intelligent. That is how a people certify themselves to be bright. That is how a people certify themselves to be smart. It's not just by it's not by breaking academic records. In places they want you to break those records. In places that they are not even competing with you. In places they make things a lot more easier for you. And giving you the platform where even a dummy can even perform excellently when it comes to academia. And they come to tell us, Nigerians, blah, blah, blah. It's not by committing to scamming an internet fraud that proves an intelligent set of people. This is what proves an intelligent set of people. South Africans, I'll still send you people a video of a minister being held accountable by the masses. The masses are talking to him in South Africa. These are the things that real citizens and real masses commit to, and not being cowards. And not psychophancy. They commit to these things, and these are the reason. Let's put it this way: these are the things that South Africans do as to why they've been able to build their society. And now that same society that has been built, Nigerians who are cowards, Nigerians who are irresponsible, Nigerians who run away from processes only to embrace good results, leave their home where they should be fixing, just like South Africans. Can't you people emulate South Africans and call your high and mighty to order? Can't you people emulate South Africans and call your bourgeois to order? Look at South Africans. This is why they are able to establish all the things they established. And now you as a Nigerian will just want to come there and enjoy yourself. And then you have the guts to open your mouth and speak against South Africans. and speak against South Africans, God will punish you there. I'm telling you, it's annoying. You can't fix your home. You go to a person that had fixed his home to even talk. It's annoying. You really need to watch this. Just watch this.
My favorite.
So I think the gentleman Chimdi, he summed it up perfectly because he just explained how Nigerians like to reap where they didn't sow. They have the nerve to open their mouth about other countries, but they refuse to stay at home and fix their own problems. And that's what we have to start doing as Africans. We have to start forcing Nigerians to stay in their home countries and fix their problems. We have to shut down every single Nigerian embassy around Africa. Force these people to stay home. Fix your country, because unfortunately, when Nigeria sneezes, Africa catches the cold. Your population is too big. You guys are too problematic. There are too many of you. Your population outnumbers all of Africa, all of the other African countries. So your problems become a problem for the rest of Africa. This is why we need you guys to solve them, and we're here to help. You cannot keep labeling us xenophobic. This is a Nigerian talking to Nigerians. In fact, he's warning us about Nigerians. And he's doing the Lord's work. This man is doing an amazing job because he's helping us in this cause. And he's also helping Nigerians to be accountable for themselves. So this is what we need more of. And Nigerians, if you're watching this video, we need more of you to stand up and call your own people out. That's what's going to bring change in Nigeria. Instead of the solution being you guys running away. Stop running. The problems in Nigeria will become problems in Africa if you guys don't solve them. Here's another video that shows that Nigerians don't like to do the work in their own countries. They like to reap where they didn't sow. Now imagine how much effort it takes for them to commit this level of criminality. Why not just do something good and start a business in Nigeria, or try to fight against corruption and fight against your government? Do something good for your nation. Fight for the basic needs of your people instead of going out of your way to do all of this nonsense. And then after that, you'll see what they did. After these guys stole money and committed fraud, the first thing they do is go to the strip club. And that's where they get caught. I mean, it shows you the mentality of these people. You just committed, you just got $400 million of fraud. You know what you could do with that money to help Nigeria? You know what you could do with that money to fight against your government? But the first thing you do is you satisfy your carnal desires for women, because Nigerians have no self-control. They are the most lustful individuals on planet Earth. They are driven solely by their penises. There's nothing else that drives these people. They will commit theft and steal just so they can have access to peace leave. That's all they want, is some ass. Think about it. These guys have no ambitions, nothing virtuous or noble to accomplish in life. They don't have noble dreams for their country. All they want is to satisfy their lustful desires. I mean, we cannot have people like this entering into other countries in Africa. It's going to bring a bad culture. It's going to bring corruption. I'm not saying that other African countries are perfect. Of course, there's corruption everywhere. But Nigeria's population is so big and the level of criminality is so out of hand that you cannot have these people coming into your country. It's not just a few bad apples. It's an entire nation. There's a small percentage of them that are actually good people. I'm sorry if you were born Nigerian, but you have a role to play in solving these problems if you are not like them. If you're not like the rest of the Nigerians and you were born in Nigeria, your job now is to spread awareness to the rest of Africa so that we shut down every Nigerian embassy. Stop these people. Stop all visas. Stop these people. Ban them from traveling to our countries. Why? To force them to live in their countries, to lie in their own piss and crap, and force them to solve their problems. Nigeria, stop being babies. It's time to grow up. Solve your problems. Stop running away. It's time to be adults now. Japa time is over. It's finished.
My favorite
Nigeria's
fraud
problems
that I ever defended was a group of Nigerians. You know how to make a Nigerian omelet, right?
How?
Well, first you get a credit card. Sorry, it's a joke, but it's a good joke. So these Nigerians were going to hospitals and identifying information from hospitals, and then applying en masse for tax returns with the IRS, and just making up numbers. And there was like $400 million in fraudulent tax returns that they got back by just making up numbers. And the beauty of it was, is they received $400 million, and they went to a strip joint. Of course, that's where you go if you steal $400 million from the government. It's it's I think it's the law. I think you have to go to a strip joint after you make that kind of money, and brought one, Sheba, Angel, Detsy, Bambi, whatever the lovely young entertainer was, back to the motel, and got in a fight with the stripper about how much she was going to earn for her private dancing, and the logs got called because the Nigerian and Sheba got in a fight, and they came in and they saw all the computers, and here we go. So they lost it all, ended up doing 15, 20 years because they got in a fight with a stripper. What a country.
Does it shock you people? Does it shock you people? If you're from any other African country and this type of thing still shocks you, after I've been able to reveal that 3 out of 4 Nigerians are mad. 3 out of 4 Nigerians suffer from mental illness. 3 out of 4 Nigerians have mental disorder. Then I would know that everything can disturb you. If this disturbs you, I just want to reveal this to a great number of people. Nigerians are the only people that commit fraud. Of course, let's put it this way. You see, one of the things you have to know is that any money gotten from an ill route, let me put it this way, any ill-gotten money, this is exactly how it is spent. You go to clubs. That's what they do. That is why if you come to let me tell you people something. If you come to Nigeria, you would see that there are clubs, there are hotels, there are places for spending. There are places for frivolities in very high and large numbers. And those places garner massive patronage. They garner massive patronage every time and then. And let me tell you something. You ought to know. Most of these places to exhibit all these forms of illegalities and lustful desires and whatever, these places are also evidences improving a society that makes money through a criminal route. That is why in Nigeria, everywhere in the world, Nigerians are always patronizing all these places that allow or accept frivolities, criminalities, and wild pursuits. Frivolities, lustful desires, and wild pursuits. All the wild pursuits areas, like clubs. Nigerians patronize those places very well. I'm telling you the truth. Now, this proves to us beyond every reasonable doubt that Nigerians don't make wealth. They don't make wealth. Nigerians are just criminals. They gain money from criminality. They don't generate wealth. Nigerians don't know how to create wealth. They don't. They're just criminals. Forget what they present. Underneath is criminality. It's criminality. I'm telling you.
That is Nigeria in a nutshell. It's a country of pure criminality. And like the man said, 3 out of 4 Nigerians are mentally disturbed. So what logical conversation can you have with people like this? You have to lock them out of your country, shut them out, close down their embassies, shut your borders, stop them from entering, force them back into Nigeria where they will be forced to solve their problems and face themselves and deal with their own fate and destiny. Because allowing Nigerians to spread all over Africa means that we are creating a mentally disabled African continent that we will not be able to control very soon. Nigerians are a problem that needs to be addressed because it affects everyone in Africa. Everyone. So guys, this is the movement I'm sparking. Shut the Nigerian embassies in your country, ban the Nigerian passport, stop giving Nigerians a visa and a pass to come into your country. Shut it down. Enough is enough. We cannot allow these people to pollute the whole of Africa with their criminality. They must first get it right in their own countries, solve the problems in Nigeria. And we as Africans will back you guys. We will back Nigerians and help them. We will help you stand up to your government, but we will not allow you, we will not create an enabling relationship and allow you to come into our countries to spread your criminality. You must start sowing in your home country so you can reap the rewards of the sacrifices you've made. Your children will reap the rewards of the sacrifices you've made. Stop running. And stop bragging about how you guys are living a good life. You guys have a mental health disorder. We're trying to help you. You guys are sick. You're sick in the head. You're not okay. Your country's not okay. Any Nigerian that tells you that Nigeria is the giant of Africa is mentally ill. They're sick. We can clearly see all the problems going on in Nigeria. And we're not saying other countries don't have problems, but not to the extent that Nigeria has them, and not with the kind of population Nigeria has. That's what exacerbates them. You guys have such a big population, almost 400 million. And the level of criminality is out of control, and it affects other African countries. You understand? So Nigerians need to be controlled, or something must happen. We can't allow these guys to just run rampant like they are right now. And they'll be the first to preach Pan-Africanism. But look at the tribalism in their country. Solve the tribalism in your country first, Nigeria. Then you can talk to us about Pan-Africanism and xenophobia. You understand? Okay, good. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure everybody you know gets in contact with this video. And this is the movement we're starting. We have to ban the Nigerian passport from all African nations. We have to shut down the Nigerian embassies and force Nigeria to stay at home and fix their problems. Because unfortunately, when Nigeria sneezes, Africa catches the cold. We can't allow these people to spread their criminality. They must solve their problems. They must stand up to their government. They must stop being cowards, and they must stop jabbing to other countries and creating problems for them. Look how well Ghana is doing right now. And look how the cedi currency is growing. And Nigerians are going to do what? They're going to do everything they can to cross the border to get into Ghana so they can reap where they did not sow. Nigeria, borders are closed for you. Fix your country. So too. That's all from me, Kalabana, on the next video, which will probably be uploaded pretty soon, if not immediately right after this. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Kalabana next time. Shop, shop.